Coming to the UK is not beans, or coming to some of these countries. What you hear in movies, I think it's broken down. Like you tend to hear their English very well. You hear accents and everything. You feel like, oh, I understand what this person is saying. It's easy now. It's not British English. Eh? See, I think you should start watching Irish movies, Welsh movies, some of those deeper accent movies. I think it's going to help you prep yourself for what is to come. Hey amazing people, you're welcome to my channel once again. My name is Gloria. If you're new here, absolutely welcome to RIA'S. For my returning viewers, God bless you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, this is a part 2 of our video that we did last week on leaving Nigeria or leaving your country of residence to a new country. In this episode, we'll be talking about arriving in your new country and what to expect going forward, okay, from the airport. All right, let's just run straight into our topic for today. Congratulations, arriving into the country. Welcome. Your flight was safe. All glory to God. So what is that first thing that you do when you get into the United Kingdom, especially if it's the first time for you? The accents you hear here, they're different. There's no way, I'm not born in the UK, there's no way I will speak the accent for you. You'll still understand me. I just want this to be pointed. The same way you find it hard to understand what you're saying, is almost the same way they find it hard to understand what you're saying. So be open, be very open-minded when you come into the United Kingdom or whatever country you're going to, the US, wherever. You're going to hear accents. You're coming to a center of different languages, in different countries. You'll be seeing people from different parts of Africa you haven't even been to before, different parts of the world. You're communicating with Chinese, Korean, British, Irish, Welsh, different people, okay? So just be very open-minded. Now, at the airport, don't forget to stamp your passport. See, don't walk off, follow Uno road. Like as you're coming, just be very smart. Keep watching where people are going to, directions. When I came into the country the first time, look at what I did. These two individuals, they were in the same plane with me, I think. Well, I just saw them walking off. So everybody was walking fast now. Myself and my box were walking, and I was following these guys. They were going out of the airport to take the train. I was like, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. And I turned back out. Where are my luggages? So it's very important that you get your passports stamped at the airport. The thing is, they're going to ask you questions. If you're coming to see your spouse, your husband, your wife, you're coming for studies, truth is, they may just ask you, what's the name of your school? Want to just confirm, or where does your husband live or your wife live? You know, just questions like that, just to check that you know what you're doing. Airport checks, usual. There's a place they'll direct you to. You get your luggage. Don't jump queues before you get your passport signed. Likelihood is you may be in a queue, and because of COVID, so many things take time and procedures, okay? To be very observant of what is happening around you. If you jump queue, they will see you as someone that is very rude. The British community assume everything that is off normal as rude. If you talk in a certain way, even though you talk loud, we Africans or Niger, we're always talking loud. How far? How are you? But here, tone the voice down. If you talk too loudly to someone that is just in front of you, it'll seem like you're rude. Why are you shouting? Or you're talking on top of your voice. Why? You know, what's the need? Everything is mellowed down. Ask questions. If you know you're going to be taking the bus, train, and you cannot really find your way, even though there are arrows and directions everywhere, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. Just ask. It is okay to say pardon, I'm sorry, excuse me, if you do not understand what they are saying. They are going to say the same thing to you. What? I'm sorry? Pardon? You say pardon as well. They speak really fast. So when you don't understand what they're saying, say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Or pardon? Excuse me, what did you say? Just be free, okay? They're not going to deal with you for that. Don't feel timid or intimidated just because you're in front of it. Right, man, they're human beings just as you are. Another thing to note is time is of essence here. Everything most of the time is followed to a T. Now, if you're taking the bus, make sure, especially if your ticket has been pre-booked, look at the timing. If you can meet up, why not? Go to the station and be there on time. Once the bus comes in, it loads, and just make sure everybody gets in. If you're not there, they don't wait to do roll count to see, oh, somebody is missing. They would go. So make sure you are there on time. It's not like somewhere in Nigeria they're like, oh, they're waiting for ticket number 16, or the person that sits 16. They would leave you. They may even think you've missed a flight, or you changed your mind, or you took the train. Nobody waits for you here. Be very agile. Ask questions. If you miss your bus, no problem. There is always someone you can go to. They can adjust your ticket for you, paying a little fee. It depends though on the timing. If you get, like when my sister-in-law came, she was trying to adjust the ticket. If you have not seen that video, please go and watch that video. It's going to also help you. I'm going to link it here. If you cannot adjust your ticket, you have to get another ticket, and that is where your currency that you exchanged comes in. Very important. I would advise you to have nothing less than £50 just to have it at hand, because you need to take a taxi, bus, or you may need to rebook tickets here and there. Another thing to note is, in those buses, most of the time your trip is like 3 hours long, sometimes 4 hours long, 5 hours long. Don't hold your pee. Don't pee on your body. Don't wait for them to stop somewhere so you go to the bush and pee. There is toilet in the bus. I'm going to do a video with my husband shortly to talk about his experience, coming into the country, so you hear it firsthand from someone. There is toilet in the bus. Don't hold your pee behind. I'm sure just behind at the very back, the toilet is there. If you're not sure, ask someone, please, where is the toilet? Although it's still there. Another thing is, if you're taking the train, it's very tricky in the country, in the UK. You have to be very vigilant, and if you're holding your luggages, you have to be smart with them. I've not taken the train in Nigeria before, so I don't know how slow or how fast it goes. But here, I think maximum you have like 30 seconds. If that is not the final destination, you have like 30 seconds to get into the train or to get out of the train, or else the train is moving. Okay, so make sure you're very agile and vigilant. Another thing is, in the train, there is an automated message that just continues going through to say, we are at this location right now, we just got to Cambridge, you're leaving Cambridge now, the next stop is Royston, you're leaving Royston now, or whichever city you're going to. Okay, it will tell you how many cities you have. If you have to cross over 10 cities before you get to your location, it will state it that, oh, the next stop is this stop, and after this stop you go through this stop. Just make sure you note where you are going to, and then you stop. I wouldn't really advise for people to sleep in the train, because the train goes really fast. Like I said, you have 30 seconds max coming in or going out of the train. I remember just calculating, how am I going to get to my bus, because I had studied the patterns. Where I was going to, I didn't know was the final destination, and if it's the final destination, the doors will be open for you to get your things out. I wasn't so sure it was the final destination, so I was taking my time. I was really looking. Okay, 30 seconds, this train is not leaving, it's not staying too long. I was watching everything, I'm noting everything, so I was calculating, and I went to so many luggages. I was calculating myself. Okay, I think I would have to take this one first. I was just not comfortable. I didn't know there were some young boys, teenagers, that were looking at me, and I think they noticed. So the minute the train stopped, I was like, okay, here is Cambridge, your final destination. I was like, okay, I wanted to just jump them, and the boys just came and said, do you need help? And I was like, yes, please. Like, it was a huge relief off my shoulders, and they took it out, and I was like, not even carrying anything beside my hand luggage. And I was surprised to see that was the final destination. I was like, what? So I stressed myself like this, although it was stated in the automated machine, I didn't, first time now, it didn't really occur to me that that was the final destination. So yes, be very aware of your environment when you are in the train. Also, there are toilets, multiples, in the train. For those watching this right now, you may obviously still be in your country of residence at the moment. One thing you need to know is how to use Google Maps. If you don't know how to use it, please activate it, open it, and start using it in your city. I know some of our countries and our states back home may not be up to date with our streets or minor areas in our town, but try and bring out your Google Map You'll be amazed what it can do. Remember, it's Google Map. They've tried their best to make it as specific and general as possible to your locations. I think it works very well in Abuja and Lagos, some of other cities, but you never know. Please acquaint yourself with Google Map, because when you come into this country, especially for the first time, Google Map will be your best friend. You walk up to someone on the street, you're going to the next street, but you do not know, but someone is coming from that street and you're asking the person, please, I'm looking for Walker Street, and they're like, Walker Street? I don't think it's in this place. I don't think it's in this place. Maybe you go turn left, go the other way. What? The place you're going to is just by your right, but the person has directed you 10 streets away. Okay, so Google Map will be your best friend. Learn it, acquaint yourself with it, so by the time you get here, it will be super easy. And here, every tiny street are on the Google Map, so acquaint yourself with that. It's going to save your life. All right, next thing is remember to dress for the weather. Like, no matter how someone tells you, you never really grasp the magnitude of the weather that you're coming to face here. You think Nigeria is cold, or Harmattan season is cold, or certain states in Nigeria is cold. Wait until you get here. It's something you never know, and depending on the location you're also going to, if it's not cold, even colder than eastern part. Here it is cold, but it's a bit milder compared to other cities. Okay, so dress for the weather. Get your jacket and your coat. I'm sure by now, don't be surprised when people smile at you. The British community has taught us the culture here. They just smile at you rather than just walking past you with faces all squeezed up and all of that. They smile. Sometimes they be like, hello, and they walk past you. So don't be surprised. They will smile at you for no reason. It doesn't mean that they are inviting you to come and talk to you or to have a chat or whatever. They're just being courteous, okay? And it's something that I think you need to develop as well. When you're coming into the country, be very, very alert. Just you start seeing people smiling at you for nothing. I think the first time I came out, like, why are they smiling? Everybody's smiling. Why do they have smile on their faces? Do you know me? And I was, I was obliged to be terrible. And it's something you need to note. Don't take it personal. Don't walk up to them to say hello, you were waving at me or smiling at me. They're just doing it for courtesy's sake, okay? It is a relational thing, and it's just how the British people relate. Next thing is, I hope growing up you have been able to utilize saying thank you, saying please, yes please, no thank you, and saying I'm sorry. I hope you have been able to utilize it very well, because here is the center of courtesy. If you don't use please, if you say, oh, give me my phone, bring that water, what is wrong with you? You are so rude, mate. They'll perceive you as rude. Use please, learn to use please, thank you, I'm sorry where necessary. Next point is cycling. If you do not know how to cycle, you are on a long thing, because especially in my city, my city is called the cycling city, Cambridge. If you don't learn how to cycle, you will please just help your life and help your ministry in advance. Learn how to cycle. Growing up, we always felt that cycling was a guy's thing, not a girl's thing, all of that. You are so wrong if you have that mentality, even in this generation, in this time. Learn how to cycle. I remember not knowing how to cycle. Although it took me about 2 days to learn, you can actually save yourself that time. Because if you don't know how to cycle, you'll be taking the bus, and honestly, taking the bus it's stressful. It's like every other place. Bus will not stop you in front of your house. It may stop you a little mile away while you have to walk down in the cold. If you miss your bus, you wait for the next one. In winter, you can, hey goodness, if you're not used to the cold, it may really get to you. Okay, please learn how to cycle. That will help you. If you are double vaccinated, you may not need to isolate anymore. As of this time, the rules are just changing back to back. I think at the time I made this video in 2022 February, if you're vaccinated, you may not have to isolate, just alright. But otherwise, the rules keep changing, so I'm not going to comment more on that. But if you're double vaccinated, why not? Okay, get yourself vaccinated. You save you the stress of waiting the time frame here. If you get vaccinated the first time, you may have to wait another 2 months or 3 months to get vaccinated again before you start working in the country. Now it is really strict. Most areas would ask you to be vaccinated first before you start working. The next things are getting your BRP. That you would need it. Without that, honestly, your passport is important, but your BRP is what states if you have the right to work. That is even more important than your passport in this country. You will need to get your BRP. If you're a student, you're going to get it in your school. If you're not a student, you may likely get it at the post office closest to you, although this will be stated when you got your visa. Okay, so just all you have to do is go to the location. During COVID or now, you may have to isolate, but if not, why not go and get your BRP? The next thing, you start applying for your NI, national insurance, all of that. If these are some of the things that you actually want to know about, why not put it in the comment section? I can always tell you more details how to go about getting your NI in the United Kingdom. It's really easy, simple and direct. Nowadays, unlike before, you have to book appointments but now I think it's a bit more easier. If you haven't subscribed and you've watched up to this point, but now are we quarreling? Please click on that subscribe button. If you don't know, it is absolutely free. Okay, share this video with some of your friends. You know, I'm sure it's going to help them as well. Another thing you may have to book when you come into the country is your DBS, disclosure and barring service. Depending on the type of job you're going to be doing, they may tell you to do a police report from the country you're coming from. So you could do a police report from Nigeria or any country you're coming from. It will also help you to start earlier, because the DBS may take up to 2 weeks, I believe, for it to come out. But within that time frame, if you cannot wait, you can actually start working with the police report from your country of residence. I think this video has come to an end, and it is not inclusive of everything, but these are some of the points that I think are important at the moment that is going to help you to navigate your environment. If you do not understand what they're saying, because the accent can be difficult, even for us that have been here for a while, sometimes you still need to say, I'm sorry, what did you say? It's not an offense to ask somebody to repeat themselves. Some of these are some of the things that's going to help you to navigate your environment in the United Kingdom. Like I said, if you're taking the bus within your environment, always ask the bus driver, are you going through this location? If not, calm down, or else they would not answer you. You get into the bus, drop you wherever they are off. All right, so take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next amazing topic. Who knows what we're going to be talking about?